Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In, Volume 2, Part 32. I'm a crackhead update. I don't see any walking the streets. I haven't been nowhere this morning, so I just been at the house. I don't see nowhere around. Okay, y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out, because we might have to ride at a moment's notice. So let's stay prepared. Let's ride. Yeah, one of my subscribers, Marcus Johnson from Lake Charles, Louisiana, he lost everything in Hurricane Laura. You know, if anybody want to show support for him, I imagine after this video he'll send me his contact information. But he wanted me to shout this out. He lost everything. Also, this morning, I had a phone call concerning one of the videos that I dropped. The title was Jason Robinson, a juvenile, was convicted of capital murder and sentenced to life with parole. It's in Volume 2, Part 21. Now, his father is part of an organization called Second Look Texas. And if you want to get involved with this grassroots organization to get the sentencing law changed regarding juveniles being convicted and sentenced as adults, because their brains are not fully developed, so they don't think as an adult, they shouldn't have adult punishment, because there's room to change. His son, Jason Robinson, he has earned 2 college degrees since he's been incarcerated. And you can check out other prison channels or and their guests. It's rare you hear one of them say that, discuss anything that he did that was beneficial in prison. They're always on the gang bullshit and a bunch of more stupid shit. But you don't never hear them hardly discuss anything that they did to better themselves, or where they can make a contribution to society. Of course, everyone in a penal institution want to get free. He wants his freedom. But, you know, we have so many of them that don't even make it out here. They don't last a hot minute on the outside. And their favorite saying is, I got caught up. That's what they all say. Hey, man, I got caught up. Also, if you're arriving at the Pulaski unit, the home of Texas Death Row, when the prison bus bring you in, you come right beside 12 building. That is Texas Death Row and administrative segregation. Both type of inmates are housed there. If you're a high escape risk in Texas, that is the prison you're going to be housed at. Since it's been open, no inmate has never escaped from that prison. Now, around the death row part, it's an electric fence. It's a double electric fence. On top of the building, it's an electrical fence all the way around the top of the building. When you pull up there, sometimes as soon as you get off the bus, you can hear that fence humming. You can hear that electricity humming, and it got signs everywhere. Do not touch this fence, or you will be electrocuted. You see a bird up in the fence. He done flew and landed on that fence, and he been electrocuted. So far, there's been no escapes. And when you first get to Pulaski unit, they take you inside of death row. You sit on this chair, and it x-rays your body for any type of contraband. So they don't have to do a body cavity search. They x-ray you. If you done swallowed something or got something stuck up in you, their x-ray gonna show it. So they try to tighten up security. And my boy Lion Willie, me and him was out at the Galleria And he said, watch this. Now, he got more game than what people give him credit for. He know how to tell a lie at the most opportune time that'll benefit him. He saw this pretty lady. She was parked by 3 cars from me. He walked up to her and said, hey, you remember me? She said, no, I don't think so. He said, me and you was out partying. He said, well, you was out partying and you got drunk and you didn't have a way home, so I drove you over to my house. He said, man, me and you did the fool. He said, all night long. She said, well, I probably was full of those X pills. He said, I don't know what you was on. He said, but you made me call for mama. She said, you called for mama? He said, yeah, you made me call for mama, the things you was doing to me. And I called your Uber and got you a ride home. And you told me the next time we meet up that you're going to return the favor. And that lady was puzzled. She was saying, yeah, I got to stop drinking in them pills, man. They be having me going. He said, but we meeting up now. So what's up? She said, well, I don't like to owe people anything. She said, you got a Cash App? He said, no. She said, you got Vima, PayPal? He said, no. And she said, well, if I told you that, I guess I'll have to straighten it out. She said, you still got your place to live? I said, of course I do. He said, I live in a townhouse. And he said, my homeboy that don't mind, I can ride with you. And she said, all right, let's go. He said, okay, man, I'll catch you later. And he went off in the wild blue yonder. So he got more game than what you give him credit for. Also, he was telling me that, I spoke in the last video that I got an attorney to look into getting compensation for Lion Willie being wrongfully convicted and incarcerated with 325-year sentence. And I told him, I said, man, you can't go in that courtroom trying to overtalk the judge. Do not say nothing. Answer yes and no, and that's it. Don't explain, don't elaborate on anything. You'll blow the whole case. Now, he's smart enough not to do that. Then he went off and telling me about he used to be a judge in Dallas County. He said, see, you don't know nothing about that. When I was writing you letters, I didn't tell you that I was a judge. I put a good word in you, but the kind of case you had, they wouldn't help you out none. And I said, oh, shit, here we go, y'all. Anyway, enough on Lion Willie. We was out at a Cockrell Hill, me and my old lady, and she was standing over there by Chick-fil-A talking to one of her friends that she know. And this lady and her 2 daughters walked up. Man, it was last week, it was 110 with the heat index. So her daughter said, excuse me, sir, which way are you going? I said, I'm going back toward Cockrell Hill Station in West Jefferson. She said, will you please give us a ride, my sister and my mom? I said, yeah, I'll give y'all a ride. So the 2 daughters got in the back seat. The mom got in the front seat. So I told her, I said, my old lady's standing over there talking. She'll be over here a minute to get in the car. I should have known something was wrong the way the woman cut her eyes at. So she walked over to the car and she sees someone sitting in the passenger seat. She said, she opened the door. She said, excuse me. That lady looked at her and said, yeah, you excused? She said, no, you sitting in my old man's car. She said, yeah, I don't ride in the back seat for nobody. I'm a queen. She ain't a queen. She's a queen. Now, the daughters are 8s. The mama, she's a hard 4 at best. Now, the daughters look good. So she wouldn't get in the back seat. So the 2 daughters had to get out. The 2 daughters trying to talk to her. Say, Mom, it's too hot out here. I don't ride in no back seat. And this lady was really crazy. This is my old lady. This is her car. And you telling her she got to get in the back seat. Come on, man. Anyway. This is concerning religion and a social issue. United States was founded on Christian doctrine. It was called the Mayflower Compact. The Mayflower Compact, in pertinent part, reads as follows. In the name of God, amen. We whose names are underwritten, the loyal, the subject of our dread sovereign King, Lord King James, by the grace of God, of Great Britain, France, and Ireland, King, defender of the faith, etc., having undertaken for the glory of God and the advancement of the Christian faith. Now this is known as the Mayflower Compact. So this country was founded on the Christian faith. You know, during the medieval times, wars was funded by the church because they had the majority of money. In order for a king to go to war, he had to win over the clergy and to receive their blessing and their funds. And as we know it, organized religion does not work for the betterment of mankind. The world needs humanism. In no country on the face of the earth where religion is actually elevating poverty and crime and the suffering of the masses. Nowhere can you find that religion actually work. In an actual Islamic country, a Christian country, a Jewish country, I don't care what country it is, it does not actually work. Me, myself, I'm a free thinker. And a free thinker is defined as a person who rejects accepted opinions, and especially those concerning religious belief. Free thought is a viewpoint which holds that beliefs should not be formed on the basis of authority, tradition, revelation, or dogma, and that belief should instead be reached by other methods such as logic, reason, and empirical observation. Now, if we took the Holy Bible as it is written and put it on trial in the American justice system, it would be found guilty. It's based on third-party information. It's based on hearsay. Everybody is saying that they received a divine revelation that gave them the insight to write the various books in the Holy Bible. Now, I do not believe that a supreme being gave you divine revelation and you can't write a book better than Genesis. A 6-year-old could tell a more complete story than the biblical concoction in Genesis. First is Adam and Eve. They had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel and went and lived in the land of the others. Who are these others? And he married into others. Where did these others come from? Now, theologians will tell you, oh, it was other people already on the planet Earth. They were Satan people. But God created the perfect man in Adam and the perfect woman in Eve. But there were other people on the planet also. But if you read Genesis, it don't tell you no such thing. You can read every scripture in it. It does not tell you that there was no other people on earth. Now, if you had divine intervention, you can write a story way better than that. And people need signs. In the Old Testament, it always spoke of signs. If you want somebody to follow your mandate and your teaching, all you had to do is send them a sign. I guarantee you'll get some act right. Shut down all electrical current in the world. No cell phones can work, no vehicles can drive, no planes can fly for 72 hours. Say, now get your heart right, because this is a sign from the Creator. If you do not follow my doctrine, bad things will happen to you in the end. People need an example. Now they'll say, well, look at Hurricane Laura. Yeah, that only affected the Gulf Coast in Texas and Louisiana. It didn't hurt the people in North Dakota. They live in North Dakota. They don't know what a hurricane is. The mind of one free thinker can possess 1,000,000 ideas. 1,000,000 fanatics can have their minds possessed by a single idea. And that's basically what happened with religion. If you take a person's language, his culture, and take everything away from him, you can mold him into what you want him to be. Does that mean it's right? Especially when I hear black people saying they first cousins of Jesus. I say, man, these people have not studied no history, and you definitely haven't studied no biblical history. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. I got to head over to one of my subscribers and to his place of business and get this video uploaded. And if you want to get involved in Second Look Texas, I have their website in my description. I thank you for watching, and y'all have a good day.